Hey guys, it's Bishozzy here, and welcome to episode 28 of the BFC Dynamo series. Now, today, as you can probably tell by the title, we're essentially fighting within these last, 8 games or so. We're fighting for our survival, because as you can see, we're currently in 16th place. We've dropped back down a couple of positions from where we left last episode. And we do find ourselves sitting in the relegation playoff spot at the moment on 24 points. So I'll go into the league table just so you guys can have a bit more of an in-depth look. And since last episode, we've probably been on the worst run of form we've had all season. I'll show you the form. We'll go in the fixtures in a second. We're on 24. Below us is Hansa Rostock, who fired their manager. So they're on 23. 1 point from leapfrogging us. One draw is all that separates us from them. But in saying that, above us is Osnabrück, and only 1 point separates ourselves from them. And we also have the better goal difference. So it's looking real dicey. I think between ourselves and Osnabrück, I think one of us is going to get into the playoff spot and the other one's not. As you can see with their recent form, they have actually won a game. So they won their second last game they played in the league. We've had 2 straight losses. Before that, it was a draw. And then before that was another 2 losses in our last 5 games. So it's going to be difficult. Our opponents for this episode, first up, we've got St. Pauli, who are currently they're in 9th place, so they're literally right smack bang in mid-table. And yeah, it's going to be tough. Second opponent today is going to be Darmstadt. They're in 3rd. Potentially could go top of the league. Not top of the league, but could get into promotion spots. I'll go over the recent fixtures here. Of course, Dynamo Dresden was that really, really disappointing loss. Prevel getting that red card. We followed that up with a 2-1 home loss to Kaiserslautern. As you can see, they opened the scoring. We got a goal back through Jublovic, but then they got the winner in the 61st minute there. Again, we deserved to lose. I had to play leader right back. Yeah, we're very short in wing-back depth, which I think has been a very difficult problem for us this season. Anyway, the next game, 1-1 draw against Hansa Rostock. We really, really should have won this game. And just looking at the goals here, Richardson getting a goal in the 1st minute for us. They got an equaliser in the 90th minute from their second shot on target. And you bet your ass I was pissed off. I was absolutely livid. The fact that they managed to get an equaliser. And yeah, they essentially stole 2 points off us. And of course, looking back on that game now, those 2 points would have had us out of the relegation or the relegation playoff zone. So very frustrating. We followed that up with another loss, this time to Regensburg. Which is weird because Regensburg were a team we were beating last season, so I don't really... I mean, I know we sort of changed a lot of the team for the most part. We tried to strengthen, and maybe in some ways we weakened certain parts of the team. Anyway, they opened the scoring. As you can see, we got one back through Richardson, who's popping up with a few goals here and there. And then they scored another one 5 minutes later. And unfortunately, it went all the way through. They did dominate us, which is fair to them. But yeah, they got a 3rd goal there in the 85th minute. We got another one back from substitute Sertemir. But yeah, just couldn't really do anything to get a winner there. And unfortunately suffered another defeat. And the most recent game played was a 3-1 loss to Nuremberg. Nuremberg are the best team in the league at the moment by far. As you can see here, conceded 3 goals to them, all sort of spaced out as well. Diallo, this guy here, looks familiar because he's the bloke I was trying to get in on loan from Dortmund last season and then this season as well. He did put it in the back of the net for them. However, it was ruled out. Jublovic once again getting a goal for himself at the very end of the game. Leader once again. I'm not going to play Leader anymore. He's absolutely dreadful. I've been trying to get him into the team as a right back, but it's just not working. I think at this point I would rather play Romero, who actually got an assist in this game, so fair play to him. I feel like I've been very, very harsh on him. He's been terrible, don't get me wrong, up until that point. But yeah, he's going to start today. The team's, it's a little bit all over the place. We've got, where is he? Yeah, Prevel's just coming back from an injury, so he's very fatigued. As a result, Zogovic will go left back. Naranjo and Ivanovic will stay in the center of defense together. Cantillo's also back, so I'm actually going to put Cantillo straight in there for Smet. And we'll do it like that. I was going to say maybe Ivanovic can go out for Smet, but I don't think that's very smart. Bredlow's in goals. Like I said, Cantillo's going to start today. I'm going to start Rajic as well. He's starting to complain about game time. And Red Star did ask me as to why he's not playing. So I'll play him. Pajovic hasn't been too great recently. He's also wanted by Cologne and Hoffenheim. And then Ivanovic is currently wanted by Eintracht Frankfurt. So a lot of Bundesliga clubs starting to sniff around some of our better youngsters, our better new gens we brought in. And yeah, hopefully one of them can sniff around Prevel and we can just sell him. Because he's, once again, still been absolutely dreadful. Anyway, up top, we're going to go with Jublovic as the attacking mid, Lacey on the right wing, Richardson's going to start on the left wing, and I'm going to try Soonset Bell through the middle. Richardson has been scoring here and there, being the striker, so we'll run with this and see what happens, pretty much. Like I said, St. Pauli, they're mid-table. It's probably a team that we can pull off a result against. All right, so let's get into the game here. As far as team talks go, I want us to improve, put our bad results behind us. Hopefully that'll at least get them a little bit fired up. Again, we're away from home as well, so it's just going to be tough. St. Pauli have a decent team. Their strike is really good. It's going to be tough. Hopefully we can play, because I know we can get results against these teams, because we've done it throughout the season. We've almost beaten teams that are in first. There are patches where we played really well, and we're coming forward here. I mean, Zogovic on the left isn't too. He's not going to be too strong. Anyway, Jublovic, the saviour. Thank you, Jublovic. Exactly what we need. A nice early goal, get things kicked off right. Like I said, he's been immense this season. A little bit quiet recently, which is probably the reason why we're struggling. But when he's on, he is probably our best player. It's worth saying that. Anyway, we do manage to deal with that cross that came in just then. St. Pauli have a free kick here. Oh, they go short. It's hit the post. It's pinging around the box. I mean, we semi get it cleared. Jackson Irvine, one of Australia's national team players there. I believe he's the current captain in the game here for St. Pauli. We're going to semi-deal with that. It's not really good enough. Luckily, Bredlow manages to pluck it out of the air. All right, and this is the striker I was talking about. He's just that good. He's a good striker. Yeah, Kaio George, he's a good player. And that's 1-1. Okay. It's always against these teams that play with 5 at the back. I can never have decent results against them. And maybe that's part of the tactic that I'm using. It's potentially not very good against them. or they've worked out the team we're playing and the tactic we're playing. Because whenever we're versing teams that use that tactic, we play dreadfully. And we definitely struggle. So St. Pauli coming forward yet again. Luckily for us, that shot goes over. And we're approaching half-time. We've only had the one shot on target, so it's not ideal. And there we go. First goal of the season for this bloke. Off of a corner. Again, set pieces coming just to absolutely bite us in the arse. I don't know what else we can do, really. I really don't. It's looking bad at the moment. It's looking bad. Unless we have a really good comeback here in the second half. You know, conceding a goal just before half-time. It's not good enough. All right, we're going to make some subs. Lacey's injured, as per usual. I'll go in Bala. I mean, he's not very good. He's just a bit of a pace merchant. And then Richardson for Hendricks, I guess. Basically taking two of our better players off the pitch and replacing them with players not as good. It's not going to really help us, is it? It's not going to get us a goal back. All right, Ivanovic to Romero. Gives the ball away. Frustrating stuff. Naranjo dives in, and that's going to be 3-1. I don't know. I don't know what we can do. We're just getting absolutely outclassed at the moment. You know what? Let's do this. Let's change it up a bit. Let's change it up. Gonna need another attacking midfielder. So Sertemir, he fits the bill. We'll get him on, and then actually we'll go back. Cantillo for Rajic, and then Rajic for Sertemir, and we'll go like that. And hopefully we can do something with this tactic. Do I think it's going to be a problem solver for this game? Not really. But being perfectly honest, just a bit sick of using the other tactic. Like I said, every time we come up against a team that's playing 5 at the back in that sort of fashion, we just get destroyed. I know we've just conceded there as well. That makes it 4 goals. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, I play Romero, gets a 6.3. Last game, got an assist within 20 minutes or whatever it was. Where he just gives a ball away like that. That's what I'm talking about. So frustrating. We can't really do anything. Can we get a goal though? That'd be decent. We can. Soonsit Bell getting himself a goal. 4-2. So far using this tactic, we've conceded and we've scored. We're already three goals down, so I'm not too fussed about conceding. All right, we've conceded another goal. Now I'm a bit concerned. 5 goals we've conceded. And now we've got even worse goal difference as a result of this game. To say I'm pissed off is a bit of an understatement. We actually kind of need to get a goal back, even now. As Sertemir, his shot is saved by their goalkeeper. All right, Jublovic with the corner. What can we do with it? Yeah, it's going to be a free kick there. Cantillo, sorry, giving away a free kick. And that's the end of the game. We've conceded 5 goals. That's happened a few times this season. In a game I thought we might have been able to get a result. And Rostock and Osnabrück are both yet to play. We've actually got 15 days until the next game, so we've got a little bit of a nice break there. And they're apparently criticising my tactics, so there we go. Yeah, Soonset Bell getting a goal for himself, breaking his goal drought, which is, I guess, a little bit of a positive, albeit we conceded 5 goals to a team that's not even one of the better teams in the league, and now we're versing one of the better teams in the league. Anyways, I think we're going to change tactics. I've got to do something. These recent fixtures, they're 3 losses in a row, and we've conceded 3 or more goals in each of them. It's just not good enough, and something needs to change. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. I mean, it's more of an attacking tactic, this second one that I'm using, but we'll just have to go with it and see what we can do. And yeah, I'll join you guys back for the lineup against Darmstadt. All right, so I have gone for a new tactic. It's very similar to our previous one. Few changes. You've got an inverted winger on the left, inside forward still on the right, support role now. It is essentially the exact same tactic, just some different player roles. So deep lying forward up top. I'm going to go with Soonset Bell for this one. See how he goes. Instead of the ball-winning midfielder, it's now a defensive midfielder on defend. The other defensive midfielder is a deep-lying playmaker support. And then we've got an inverted wing-back. So we're going to try Prevel. Might even have him training in that position from now on. Inverted wing-back, support. See what he can do. He might actually be more benefited to that position. It's more defensive-minded, so I feel like it'll actually, complement Rajic maybe going up a little bit further and hopefully make the defense a little bit stronger. Zogovic hopefully will be bombing on with Lacey sort of cutting inside a little bit as well, as Zogovic is still going to be on wing-back. And yeah, we're just going to see what this tactic can do. Not massive amounts of familiarity with it. It's also just on balanced mentality. But it's less intense, so hopefully that less intensity will mean that the players can do a bit more out on the pitch. Anyway, the lineup's pretty much identical. Got Richardson on the left, Soonset Bell up top, Lacey on the right. As far as midfield, going to go Rajic and Smet, and that is because of injuries to Cantillo and Pajovic as well. He's just come back. So that's pretty much the lineup. The defense is exactly the same. Everything else is pretty much exactly the same. I feel like this might be a little bit more solid defensively. So let's get out there. We're taking on Darmstadt, third best team in the league. And again, we're still just trying. We need to do something to get a result and to get ourselves out of that relegation zone. I think after this game here, there's 6 left. So there'll be 4 games off camera, and then I'll join you guys back for those final 2 games of the season. And I'm really hoping that we're not still fighting for, survival come those last 2 games. We're versing some teams we should be beating. I think we have Osnabrück up next. So in theory, we should be beating them, but theory and Football Manager are 2 very different things. Anyway, we were coming forward there nicely. We got Richardson on the ball here, Smet to Prevel. They're looking a little bit bunched up in the middle there. They're sort of almost taking up the same position, and that's Prevel and Rajic. I might... Jublovic could be in. Oh, it's a good save by their keeper. Thinking maybe I push Rajic into midfield. I wanted it to be solid, but I feel like they're almost taking up the exact same position. Anyway, Richardson goes back to Prevel. Ivanovic now. Albeit we're dominating possession. Look at that possession stat. I mean, this tactic is very much a tiki-taka, short passing, try and retain possession tactic. But we're 80% to 20%. What is happening? That's insane to me. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Yeah, praise them for dominating possession. I don't know. We've got some good players out there. Smet's on a 7.1. That's unheard of. And we've got another highlight. Lacey coming forward. Does lose the ball, though. And it looks like we're struggling to actually win the ball back from them at the moment. Darmstadt on the edge of the box, and it's taken a deflection. Can he be offside? Please be offside. I don't think he's going to be. Oh, please. Damn it, it's awarded. Against the run of play. All right. I might go for Hendricks. And I think I'll swap Richardson and Hendricks around. So Hendricks can play the inverted winger. And then I'll get Richardson up top. We do have a free kick. Let's head it over, though. That's so frustrating. I'm just going to encourage the boys. If we lose in this fashion, I'm going to be really upset because that's so unlucky. Come on, boys. Hendricks back to Prevel. Naranjo. Ivanovic to Zogovic. Lacey now. Got a little bit of space. Cuts inside. Rajic. Smet. Oh, and he's missed. Oh, that was the equaliser. Come on. We're coming forward again. That's a terrible pass. Oh, come on. We actually look really good playing this tactic. Jublovic. Lacey. Yes! Get in there! That's his first goal. And that is probably the most important goal he will score for us. Oh my God. We're going to get a draw. We're dominating possession as well. I love that. 1-1 draw. Literally this entire right side. Jublovic, Lacey, Smet, Ivanovic, Zogovic. All played really well. The left side, not so much. Kind of strange. That was a good result. What I'm talking about. This is what we need. I know we've dropped back down because Rostock won their game. But we're only 1 point. 1 point behind both Osnabrück, who we have next. That is a huge game. And then Rostock as well. That's positive. That's a positive result right there. Very positive. Lacey, man of the match. Oh, man, I was so nervous in that last game. Oh, coming in the last 10 minutes. Anyways, that is going to wrap up the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Smash a like if you have. Support the series out as well. Oh, man. Subscribe to the channel. I mean, the bad run of form still continuing. We're still, 7 games without a win, although we've bounced back from a 5-2 loss to get a 1-1 draw against the third best team in the league. So I think that's pretty good. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit the notification bell to keep you updated when these episodes do come out. And apart from that, as always, take it easy and goodbye.